Good evening, friends. Today's my topic is artificial intelligence in anesthesia, current trends and future prospectus. My lecture outline will be audience poll, introduction and definition, history and evolution of AI, stages and types of AI, how AI works and uses of AI, history of AI in healthcare, history of AI in anesthesia, current status of AI in anesthesiology, future of AI, will AI replace anesthesiologists, journal articles from AI in anesthesia, conclusion, take home message, my verdict, cartoon and thanks. There are certain questions I want to ask you. Do you know you are already using AI in your practice? How will AI affect or change clinical decision making in anesthesiology? Will AI reduce errors in anesthesia practice? Will you accept AI in anesthesia practice in future, or will AI replace anesthesiologists? Yes or no? So, which medical technology and digital health innovation can expect the brightest future in the next decade of anesthesiology? And from these technologies, 10 technologies, artificial intelligence is the king in this, all the masters technology, and they will rule the next decade of the anesthesiology. So what is the artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is the capability of the computers to respond in a manner resembling human intelligence. My dictionary definition is artificial intelligence is the development of computer systems that are capable of performing tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as decision making, object detection, solving complex problems, and so on. And if you see that all the technologies are using artificial intelligence, which are available in this world. And AI is like electricity. Without electricity, we are not thinking today's world like that. Without AI, we cannot think of this world in future also. And these two people, Marvin Minsky and John McCarthy, they have given the artificial intelligence definitions and name in 1956, and they are called as the fathers of the AI. What are the aim of AI? Mostly there are four aims of the AI. That first is decision making, solve the complex problems, increase the accuracy of the brain on computer, and perform the high level of computation. So it is an approach to make computer, robot, or products to think how smart human think, to study how human brain thinks, learns, decides, works, and when it tries to solve problems, and to improve computer function which are related to human knowledge, for example, reasoning, learning, and problem solving. And ultimately goal of this is a technological singularity, the point at which technology overtakes the human. There are some terminology came in artificial intelligence. That is, first is artificial intelligence, in that you know that machine thinks without any human intervention. Second terminology came is machine learning by Arthur Samuel in 1959, and here it provides the statistical tools to explore data. So here machine learns automatically from past data without any confusion or any program. Then came a deep learning. It's a subset of the learning only by Russian scientists. And here human brain thinking, also called deep neural network or deep neural learning by the computer, is there. And all these three things came together and it forms a one of the specialty, and that is called a data science. It is a multidisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, process, algorithms, and system to extract knowledge, and it applies all mathematical rule. Believe me, this data science will rule all over the world in next decade. So these are the basic structures of complete artificial intelligence. So evolution of AI started with the AI, ML, DL, and data science. In 2030, we will see that from every aspect of the subjects will have artificial intelligence in their heart. So if you go to the history of AI, then even 380 various mathematicians, theologians, philosophers, professors, and authors used about mechanical techniques and calculating machines and humans. And from 1900, the people took the robot idea, and first robot was built in Japan in 1929. In 1950, the John McCarthy gave the official birth of the world AI. Then in 1960, the first industrial robot was developed to work on a General Motors assembly. In 1970s, Wobot, the first anthropomorphic robot, was built by Japan Waseda University, and it features included movable limbs, ability to see, and ability to converse. In 1980, Mercedes-Benz built a driverless car, driverless van. And in 1990, Deep Blue, a chess playing computer developed by IBM, and it became the first system to win the chess game against a human. Then in 2000 to 2010, AI conducted its trending, like they have developed Kismet, and Honda released the Asimo robots. That is the artificial intelligent humanoid robot. So from 2010 to present day, the AI has developed tremendously. In 2010, Microsoft launched a Kinect for the Xbox. Then in 2011, Apple released a Siri. In 2014, Microsoft released a Cortana. Then again in 2014, Amazon created Amazon Alexa. That is a home assistant that developed into smart speakers. In 2015, Elon Musk, which is the richest, second richest person in the world, who has developed the autonomous weapons and car even. In 2015 to 2017, DeepMind AlphaGo, developed by the Google, is a computer program, and it defeated the various human champions. In 2016, Google released Google Home, the smart speaker that uses AI to act as a personal assistant. In 2017, Facebook Artificial Intelligence Personal Lab introduced chatbots to communicate with one another, and we are the witness of all people with the Facebook platform. In 2018, Samsung introduced the Bixby, which is a virtual assistant in all smartphones. These are the landmark years in the history of the AI: 1950, 55, 74, 80, and 2000. And 2011, the landmark year of the artificial intelligence in the anesthesia. Since last decade, the anesthesia has developed tremendous changes in their subject. What to expect for AI in 2020 and beyond? First is natural language processing. Second is machine learning and automated machine learning. Third is autonomous vehicle and chatbots plus virtual assistant. These all four things will together, they will rule over the world in their all the aspects. There are some stages of AI. Artificial narrow intelligence, that is a weak AI. Machine has narrow defined role of work, like Siri, Alexa, Sophia, self-driven car. Then there is a artificial general intelligence, that is a strong AI. Machine starts thinking just like humans, yet to create and developing all over the world. Artificial super intelligence, that is a super strong AI. Computers or machines will surpass human beings. It is not exist, only seen in science and fiction movie. And there are four types of artificial intelligence. That is a reactive machine AI, limited memory AI, theory of mind AI, and self-awareness AI. In reactive machine AI, it works on the preset data. In limited memory AI, it works on the past data. In theory of mind AI, it works on the emotional data. And self-awareness AI, it involves a machine that have human level consciousness, and pray to God it will not exist, because it is the ultimate example of the artificial intelligence in our day-to-day life. So there are some domains of AI, how it works, just like from artificial intelligence to machine learning to deep learning to robotics to expert system, then physiologic and natural processing, natural language processing. And this is the way artificial intelligence whole cycle completes. So uses of AI in all the way, you name the thing, you name the subject, they will work as with the use of AI, like construction, metal industries, aeronautics, automobile, roads, highways, robotics, factories, windmill, solar energy, electricity, smartphone, computer, medicine, air condition. Everybody is using artificial intelligence in their subject. So now we'll come to artificial intelligence in our healthcare. There are some historical aspect of artificial intelligence in healthcare. In 1960s to 70, first problem solving like dental software came in the market, and most significantly, it's the early use of the artificial intelligence. In 1980 to 19 brought the proliferation of the microcomputer and no new level of network connectivity and applied to intelligent computing system in healthcare. And in 1990, AI program have developed and applied to each and every aspect of the diagnosis process, treatment protocol, personalized medicines, and patient monitoring with care. And in 2010, the role of anesthesia started in AI. AI started in anesthesia. Then various specialty in medicine have shown an increase in the research like radiology, imaging, telehealth, electronic health records, robotic surgery. And in 2019, we are witnessing 800 uses of AI, like assessing breast cancer risk from the histopathological imagery, guiding antivenom selection from snake images, and diagnosing skin lesions. So AI is used in healthcare in drug development, disease diagnostic, analysis of health plans, health monitoring, digital consultation, surgical treatment, managing medical data, personalized treatment, and medical treatment. So this is the way all the part of the surgical or medical or specialty wise, we are using artificial intelligence in healthcare. But there are some pros and cons. What are the pros? There are through AI, there are better data driven decision. It increases disease diagnosis efficiency. It treatment time cut in half. Integration of information, up-to-date information. It reduces unnecessary hospital visit. It creates time-saving administrative duties. But there are certain cons also. Concerns regarding privacy and security, lack of curated healthcare data, high initial capital investment, lack of intra-operability, reluctant from staff to embrace AI, and potential for increased unemployment. This is the biggest problem, unemployment. Now come to artificial intelligence and anesthesiology. History of AI starts like historical development. Anesthesia was the earliest subject to implement artificial intelligence, and anesthesiology was the first established the concept of pharmacokinetic pharmacodynamics clinical PKPD model, and they were developed pharmacological robots through AI. In 1980, servo anesthesia theory started, and which was the embryonic form of the automated anesthesia and robotic anesthesia. In 1990, TCI machine was developed and it applied into clinical practice. And with the gradual improvement of the anesthesia monitoring, especially anesthesia depth EEG monitoring system, the open loop and closed loop anesthesia automatic system established. And in recent years, in 2010 to 2020, anesthetic robots, technological robots, diagnostic robots develop rapidly. Since 2011, AI is anesthesiology is developing tremendously. Like, what is the current status of AI in anesthesiology? 2011 to 2020, anesthesia robots are developed. There are two types, manual robots and pharmacological robots. Manual robots includes the catheter intubation system that designed to utilize the video laryngoscopy and robotic arm to place an endotracheal tube. The use of the Da Vinci surgical robot to perform regional anesthesia block. Then they developed the Magellan robot to perform peripheral nerve blocks. Then again they developed the Max Sleepy robots that gives the intravenous sedation machines designed to administer propofol narcotic muscle relaxation, that is the auto anesthesia. And lastly, in Canada, the eye control RP machine was developed like for the closed loop system, and which makes the own decision regarding the IV administration of remifentanil and propofol with the parameters of the patients and surgeons. So currently, AI involved in all anesthetizing patient who requires like pre-operative assessment of all past medical problems from the history, physical examination, laboratory evaluation, mask ventilation of unconscious patient, the diagnosis and treatment of any complications during or following the anesthetic, observation of all vital monitors during surgery, removal of the ET tube or even placement of the ET tube. And from 2020 onwards, anesthesia practice with AI will be like that. AI in pre-anesthesia checkup. Like Google Translate will be very useful in PSC. We will talk in the patient's language, and we can ask, like, suppose if I get a patient from the Tamilian region, then if I talk in English, then my talk will be converted into the English text that will convert into Tamil text and then convert into Tamil speech. So communication with patients through AI in their language will be routine and already established. In operation theater also, future anesthesiologists will command all gadgets and lights in OT by AI, which will be connected with the different AI system. Like example, if you give order to Google that increase the height of the OT light, then by voice command only the light height of that OT table will be adjusted according to surgeons and surgical field. Like if you give Alexa or Siri that brighten the adjust the OT headlight or increase the AC cooling to 20°, so they will do that job by AI. And in our future anesthesia workstation will be also operated by AI with just voice command with data entry. Our monitor will be controlled and self-checked by AI. Even switch on and switch off anesthesia will become a reality through AI in future. So some AI enabler and functions are already in some OT machines and monitors that we are witnessing day-to-day life. AI in tele-anesthesia. With AI, you will be virtually present with the patients and colleagues anesthesiologists to guide them in their perioperative period in all procedures. You can give anesthesia from the distant part of the OT. Even you can control all OT gadgets with your smartphone AI apps. Teleanesthesia is not a new concept, but combined with AI, it is a very useful for teaching CMEs and conference. Like I am giving a webinar talk just now. And with combined augmented reality and AI will be change the concept of teleanesthesia, and you will be giving virtual anesthesia to distant OT patient. And it is a reality like teleanesthesia from Canada to Italy given by Dr. Hammerling and colleagues from the Montreal hospitals. In 2025 onwards, we will witness like smartphone anesthesia practice, teleanesthesia in any part of the world, artificial intelligence and augmented reality, anesthesia, robotic anesthesia, nanomedicine in anesthesia, genetically targeted and medicines, that is genome anesthesia, auto anesthesia or auto TIVA. This will be a reality in 2025 and we are going to witness that part. So these are the algorithm for the AI healthcare model in future. It will be worked by only artificial intelligence on augmented reality. So if you see that like pediatric anesthesiology, neuroanesthesia, AI anesthesiology will be a subspecialty of the anesthesia. Here anesthesiologist needs a good mix of the cognitive and dexterity based labor. So AI will primarily result in the automation of the cognitive work. It may be that our hands prevents full automation of the specialty. So you need not to worry about that robots comes in the anesthesia assistant or anesthesia will be taken by robots or artificial intelligence will be taken by the anesthesia, but our this cognitive work will be taken by, but our dexterity work will not be taken by this artificial intelligence. So AI based automation system gains further capability and they may be able to perform semi-autonomous anesthesia maintenance where the AI enabled machine takes over specified domains of the anesthesia maintenance. Anesthesia might never be fully automated because it involves dexterity based labor I told you, and current robotic devices don't have exact dexterity required for tasks. However, AI could be used in anesthesia to develop more advanced clinical decision. So a renewed emphasis on the doctor-patient relationship will be developed by AI. So my question is, will AI reduce errors in anesthesiologists? Yes, safety versus complexity. Human dexterity works will not be replaced by the AI anesthesia or robotic anesthesia. But AI can control the gadgets, monitors, but anesthesiologists will require all the times to do dexterity work, like to fill the syringes, to put chest electrodes, or to take clinical decision in odd situations. So AI will catch the stupid mistakes in our practice and optimize the patient care. But at the same time, AI will introduce new errors that human would never make. Will AI replace the anesthesiologist? It's $1 million question. There are clearly cognitive tasks that AI will eventually assume. AI is not able to deal with the many areas of decision. Like when the patient's well-being is deteriorated, the all surgeons wants an anesthesiologist to talk with them, and talking to robot or machine isn't the same as addressing the guy who has been doing anesthesia for your patients for a long time. So I don't think that AI will replace anesthesiologist anytime. We should start actively using and testing AI that is available in order to experience it and learn to incorporate in our practice. AI today will help anesthesiologists to skip the boring stuffs and hopefully make them more focused and smarter. So, however, in the future, we might see particular role being replaced. The first people to go will likely be those roles that are very task-based and lack creativity. The future of artificial intelligence in anesthesia is unpredictable. But you see, there is a 5 years from now, we might see the amazing game-changing invention as well as continuous steady progress towards more intelligent self-thinking monitors, anesthesia machine, and TCI pump. There is again super specialties coming in the anesthesia through artificial intelligence that is called the intelligence control in anesthesia. It is nothing but it's automatic control and artificial intelligence in anesthesia. Like our closed loop system with anesthesia depth monitor is a good example of this intelligence control in anesthesia, which we are calling auto anesthesia, and it is widely applicable even today also. This is the blueprint of this intelligence control. And this is closed loop anesthesia. Here the input is drugs and output is monitor. And here the machine will decide through AI which drugs will be given to the body, and it determines the right drug with the right dose with the right time by artificial intelligence, which will be taken by this monitors data. There are some journal articles which I have gathered. The PubMed research I gone through, and more than 1,000 articles in journals are written about the artificial intelligence and anesthesiologists. But the best article I have found is Artificial Intelligence and Anesthesiology, Current Techniques, Clinical Applications and Limitation, and 6 themes they have described. That is the depth of anesthesia monitoring, control of anesthesia, event and risk prediction, ultrasound guidance, and pain management. So if you see, the artificial intelligence has the potential to impact the practice of anesthesiology in all the aspects, ranging from perioperative support to critical care delivery to patients to pain management, like novel artificial intelligence system for endotracheal intubation, machine learning models for to detect the post intubation hypoxia, then machine learning approach for preoperative anesthesia risk prediction, prediction of bispectral index during target control infusion of propofol. And here, if you see that Dr. Hammerling has first in 2012 have done first robotic tracheal intubation in humans using the Kepler intubation system. After that, he has done the first robotic ultrasound guided nerve blocks in human using the McLean system. The same people and same team. Again, after that, in they started a MaxLiP automated anesthesia system. That is the first totally automated administration of the anesthesia in May 2008. And he is the father of robotic anesthesia. I consider him is also a father of artificial intelligence in anesthesiology. And he has developed a vision for the future of anesthesia. And from airway control to anesthesia control, like pharmacological robot, closed loop for hypnosis, closed loop for anesthesia, analgesia, anesthesia robots, tele-anesthesia, regional anesthesia procedure, everything will be done by robotic anesthesia through artificial intelligence. So this is the current robotic and artificial intelligence theater what we are facing now. And here, this is the typical system, OT, our OT machinery, gadgets, and artificial intelligence in through which we are passing every day. And anesthesiology and today's time with wires and gadgets. But my vision in 2030, AI will replace this type of complex anesthesia monitoring machine into only one button anesthesia, that is closed loop anesthesia. And they have only one button to control ventilation, hypnosis, nociception, neuromuscular, hemodynamic, temperature, and metabolic control. And there will be only one unit where you have only one button that will be asleep or awake. If you want to give anesthesia, then put the patient on asleep button. If you want to awake that patient, then put the patient on awake button. And in between, if you want to relax, then you take the coffee from the same unit. So in 2030, switch on and switch off anesthesia machine will be a reality. So with AI, hours of boredom, minutes of thrill, seconds of terror will go away, and wisdom anesthesia will be accurate. So in my conclusion, application of artificial intelligence and machine learning have shown promising result in anesthesiology. It is clear that AI will find many applications in anesthesia care in delivering real-time results. The contribution of artificial intelligence to general anesthesia have got advancement in monitors, TCI machines, and closed-loop systems. The field of post-operative pain management and chronic pain also have benefited by AI. AI will increase the training power of simulation, thereby improving education in anesthesiology. Much more work is required to understand exactly the scope that AI will play in anesthesia. But in general, AI will certainly continue enhancing the patient experience and anesthesiologist expertise. So my take-home message is artificial intelligence in anesthesia is the use of complex algorithm and software to estimate human cognition. It will never replace anesthesiologists. AI or robot will be a pilot, but we will be always there as a co-pilot. AI will definitely reduce the errors in anesthesia practice. In near future, we will all witness the changes of anesthesia practice with AI. Artificial intelligence in anesthesia uh, put zero complication rate in our practice, which we can't recognize sometimes. Ultimately, you have to accept the artificial intelligence in your practice, which you are already practicing. So my verdict is the potential of artificial intelligence in anesthesiology changing patients' lives beyond recognition is both exciting and challenging. And the anesthesiologist has to accept the use of artificial intelligence in their future practice for learning the art of modern AI-enabled anesthesia machine monitors and gadgets. So we will be in 2030, we will be a robotic anesthesiologist, and this will be a reality. We can give the anesthesia, tele-anesthesia from our home also. Even in future, artificial intelligence will be under litigation sometimes, and we are the assistant to the robot as a anesthesiologist. So finally, we have to accept the robots and AI will be our pilots and teachers in our practice. But AI means artificial intelligence, but I also consider AI means anesthetic intelligence also. Thank you.